get some here. Don't let close your eyes.
Okay.
Even though you're probably gonna know. Did you already know?
No, I have no idea.
Do you know?
I don't.
You do know.
I have no idea.
You ready?
Yeah.
Hey everybody. We're
Hi.
the worst at the start of these. It's another
We need
Friday.
someone to go 3, 2,
Yeah, we
1.
need this. What are those called?
Action.
Clapboards.
Yeah.
It's another Friday when you're watching this, which means, wait, what's tomorrow? It's the 19th of January. We got yesterday, which is today while we're recording this, like 20 inches of snow. It's still below zero. It's ridiculous, but good news on the horizon, as it says that February is going to be way above normal for temperatures.
Oh, I hope so.
So we shouldn't celebrate that because it means global warming is slowly burning us alive. But if it means less winter, I'll take it.
In trouble for that.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Matchbook. As usual, it's when we just share cool things that we like. We never know what we're going to share with each other. Also, after this one, I think what we'll do is maybe we'll do a drawing for the first ever virtual guest.
And so we'll do it on...
So all paid subscribers are entered into this, and we'll do a random drawing. But then I guess we're going to have to draw and then reach out.
Yeah, because they might
some
not want to do
people
it.
might not want to do
Yeah.
it. So we'll do a drawing, so be listening for that.
I think the cool thing about this, the only reason I like doing this...
Doing what? The drawing?
The matchbook.
Oh, the matchbook.
Is because everybody in this group is so kind and sweet.
I
Because
agree.
I get super stressed out and nervous that I'm going to say something wrong or offend someone in some way and not mean to. But like anytime I do a post on Instagram, I worry about that in like how I write things or how, you know, I just think about that all the time. I worry.
But this
and
doesn't
in this
make you
group, I
think that.
don't feel that way at all because they're all so
It's
sweet.
a safe haven.
Yeah.
All right, so we have some items and some stuff. Do you want to? You have six.
Don't
You have
be
well, you
looking
have
at my
6. So
list.
maybe you said you had 6.
Yeah.
So maybe you should start.
Okay.
Okay, number 1.
Number 1. See, I don't know if you have this on your list, so I'm glad I'm going first.
Okay.
And that's why I bumped it to number
Ooh,
1.
okay.
So that if you had it on your list,
Okay.
too bad. We watched a show.
Oh.
Did you have it on your
Nope,
list?
I'm so smart. You'll
Oh,
see.
you knew?
Well, I had a feeling, and so I pivoted.
Oh my
I
god.
pre-pivoted.
Okay. It's called A Murder at the End of the World, and it's on Hulu. Right? Hulu?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is incredible.
Even with the commercials.
Even with the commercials, it is worth watching.
It is.
My favorite part about it is there's one scene that is my favorite scene in
I
the
know it
entire
is.
show. You do?
I bet I know what it is.
Do you think I can? It doesn't give anything away, right?
Is it when she walks up to him in the bar?
Yeah.
God, I know you so well.
And so I found a quote. I was
Okay.
reading a blog, and it has nothing to do with the show,
But it just felt like it?
but it felt like it.
Okay.
So I wanted to read it really
All right.
fast. Okay. So she's actually talking about John O'Donohue's new or latest, the book he published right before he died.
Okay.
And she says, every once in the bluest moon, if you are lucky, you encounter someone with such powerful and generous light in their eyes that they rekindle the lost light within you and return it magnified. Someone whose calm, kind, steady gaze penetrates the very center of your being and refusing to look away from even the shadowy parts of you falls upon you like a benediction.
Oh my god.
Isn't that so good?
That is exactly
And I feel that
scene.
I think that scene, I mean, it's just because it's you and me. That's why I loved it so much. But
is.
anyway, that show is amazing.
It is amazing. Emma Corrin is amazing.
Yep.
Clive
didn't
Owen
remember her
is
name.
amazing. Everyone that's
What
in it
is
amazing.
Bill's name?
I don't know the actor's
actor?
name, but he's really good.
Wonderful.
And he has a cool haircut.
And he's so like gentle and
Yeah.
oh, it's so good.
It is good. If
Go
you haven't
watch it.
watched it yet, it is really good.
It's not as like dark and depressing as the title.
No.
I mean, it is dark.
But it's not like it. No, it makes it seem like a horror
scary.
movie, but it's not like that.
It's so good. I wish we could watch it again without knowing.
Me too. I always wish that. Okay. My number one is an item that you eat, which is rare for me because I never have those. My number one is sea spice flavored Wiley Wallabies licorice. I can't say that word, so I won't say it.
Cinnamon.
That is it on there? I don't know.
We have to hide behind it. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. I don't know if
I don't know. It is soft and chewy. It is so delicious. And I think the reason...
I never get you any food item that you love
I think the reason why I love it so much is it's not like super, super hot to the point where it's uncomfortable to eat. I think candy companies... I don't even like sweet things, but this is so good. But I feel like a lot of times candy companies... Like Hot Tamales is doing it where they feel this need to just get hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter because they want to be more shocking. And this doesn't do that. It just is like kind of hot, but it's perfect. And it's a best texture.
Good texture. Yep.
It's fat free. It's vegan. There's no high fructose corn syrup.
Wow. It's like
so good.
Basically a health food.
Wiley Wallaby. Yeah, it's really good. That's my number one.
That makes me so happy.
I know. I don't ever have food, but there you go.
Yay.
Okay.
Okay.
That was the easy one.
That was. My number 2 is, okay, I'm only on day 2 of this, but even 2 days in a row of this has been incredible. We've been doing, or decided we're going to do 10 minutes of meditation every day. And so today was day 2, and I absolutely love it. So the kind of meditation that I have been doing, and I will continue to do this, is the loving kindness meditation. And so I'll just explain it the way I do it, even though maybe that's not right, but who cares?
That's fine.
So I set a timer for 10 minutes and sit somewhere quiet, and which is easy because you're quiet writing.
True.
And I start by thinking about the people on the like outermost circle of my life who, how I've been thinking it is people I don't know, but that I've seen.
Oh, okay.
So like the homeless people downtown and like, I guess we kind of know them, but like Mike at Safeway and people that that are on the outermost circle. And, in my meditation, I just like I can see each one, see their face, and I just like wrap them in like a gold light, sort of. And then I move on. And so each circle gets a little bit closer. So my second circle, Guster's going.
Hold on.
We have to pause our vacuum. Okay. So then the next circle is people who have hurt me.
Okay.
Or
have wronged you in some way.
That's my second circle, and I picture each of their faces and wrap them in light. And then it gets closer and closer and closer. And then the final final thought is myself. And then I feel like it'll always be imperfect. So like today I got to myself and then I was like, oh, the timer hasn't gone off. I still have some time. So then I just like kept thinking of like a big blanket of gold light, like everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's really lovely. And
Do you think that you will start now with the first blanket being over everywhere? And that's your widest circle?
I did the first. That was like my first one.
Okay.
And then it was also my last one.
Yeah.
So I bookended it.
But
I just, like, that's probably... Well, I know that's not like the way a guided meditation of loving kindness would go.
But that's okay.
But it's just how
that's your way.
Worked for me.
It's funny because my way is, we talked about this at breakfast this morning. My way is very different than your way, clearly. And my way is really weird. When I said it out loud, it almost feels like Stranger Things or something. I love that. Yeah, we have been doing that, and it's great. And we're encouraging those that we know in our life to add that practice into their life too. And I think it's really easy to get stuck in this routine of only thinking about yourself not even, and I'm not saying that in a judgmental way, but in a way that's like the more you focus on your own self and the way everything affects you, the more disconnected you become from the reality that you're just one tiny part of a very big thing.
Yeah.
And so I think switching that is a really important way to bring it back.
And you feel better.
You do.
That's the end result, really. Even if you are thinking of other people, you end up feeling a lot better afterwards.
So weirdly, my second one actually it doesn't go with it, but it goes with it in something that we just said.
Okay.
So my second one is a video.
Okay.
I will show you at lunch today. It is called "We Are the Center of the Universe," but it's by, I can't pronounce this YouTube channel. It's a German word. It's like Kurzgesagt. I can't pronounce it. But they make these really amazing, they're animated, but they're these videos that show you scientific things or philosophy things or life things, but in like a really fun, it's almost like Duolingo of science or of whatever the thing is. And so this one, it's a scale of the smallest things in the universe to the largest things in the universe. Oh. And it shows you how they all relate to each other. And weirdly, at these scales, humans are kind of at the center, size-wise. They're like halfway between the largest things and the smallest things.
Weird.
But it goes through and it shows how we relate to different things. And it just shows you that we are both so tiny, but also so huge compared to so many different things. And just seeing that and remembering that there is such a universe on both sides of us that is bookending us is a really good reminder. And I think even if you watch it, when you watch it at lunch, I think it'll even help your meditation practice because it'll kind of, in a weird way, make tangible the circles around you, like how big and how wide they can arc. Mm-hmm. So, cool. I'll show you it at lunch.
All right. I love it.
Okay.
Okay, number 3 is, I think it was National Geographic article, but I'm not actually sure. Okay. And it's about the Aurora Borealis.
Okay.
So over the next 10 months, solar storms are expected to peak. It happens every 11 years or so, and it's known as the solar maximum.
So is this only Aurora Borealis, or is it also Aurora Australis for people who might live on the southern hemisphere? Depends on the tilt of the Earth.
We'll have to link the article.
So wait,
so it was basically saying these are the best places to see the aurora.
Okay.
Although we were not supposed to be able to see them as well as we did, and it was incredible. So I'm hoping over the next 10 months that means
we get more. Oh my God, that night was the most.
It was so magical.
So 10 months.
Yeah.
So that's until when? November?
October, I think it said.
Oh my gosh.
So whenever the article came out, it was 10 months. So
holy moly.
Go looking at my list.
I'm not looking. So what is the app you use? We could link to that.
Oh, yeah.
So because there's an app Sarah has that makes it so you can
get
gives alerts.
You an alert. It's called Aurora. Huh. And so it'll give you the KP index and like what your percentage or your...
Oh, so like right now we're at a 0% chance today. Of having
today we are.
That's fair.
And then it tells you like the best locations right now.
What does it say right now is the best location? She doesn't know.
Russia is the best.
All over Russia. Just Russia.
Yeah, Russia right now.
They don't really... Their government doesn't deserve any Aurora viewings tonight.
And then it shows like live webcams. So it's not.
So if it is happening somewhere, you can watch it.
Mm-hmm. So these are like Finland and
Sweden. Oh my gosh.
And Norway, which is fun because then if you can't see it,
you can still see it. I love that.
Yeah.
Good one. Okay, my number 3. Murder at the End of the World. Soundtrack.
Whoa.
So I had a feeling that you were going to pick the show. And so I went with the score, the original score. So
it was incredible.
Yeah, there's a soundtrack that has the songs, which is also awesome. Like Annie Lennox, No More I Love Yous. But then there's also the score. And for me, the music became almost like another character. And it made things beautiful, and it made things scary, and it made things warm and then cold. And The music is amazing. So the whole entire soundtrack, I have linked to it. You can play it, and it actually works really good just to play it straight through. Like you can just play it as it was. It is really, really beautiful.
Although one of some of the scary songs are kind of hilarious. If you're just listening in your living room.
True. But it's awesome. So Murder at the End of the World, the official score.
Nice.
Is really,
the soundtrack is amazing.
The soundtrack is amazing. All of it's amazing.
Yeah. It's just a great show.
It's good. That was my number 3.
Okay.
What's your 4?
Number 4 for me is, let's see. I'll do this as number 4. This is a random one, but I was just thinking this morning about how much I love my shampoo.
Ooh, okay. What kind?
The Amica.
Is that the
stuff
purple?
Because it smells really good in a weird way, because I hate really strong smelling things. And it does smell fairly strong, but for some reason it's kind of good. Yeah. It's a good, strong smell. So it's not just for silver hair, it's for blondish hair, and it apparently it's supposed to take out the brassy tones.
Oh. I don't want brassy tones.
I don't know if it really
it definitely, when you use it, your hair gets
way more silver.
Super silver, and not brown or yellow or whatever it does.
Yeah, because we
have hard water too.
Yeah, the buildup in our water turns my hair orange, kind of. So anyway, that's kind of a lame one, but
because I think a lot of people watch these matchbooks and they look at your hair and they're like, how the hell does she get her hair to look like that? And now you're letting people in on a little secret.
I didn't do anything.
Well, no, but a lot of people with silvering hair, it does look yellow or dirty or whatever.
Yeah, the purple shampoo works really well. And it's not, it's expensive, but it's not insanely expensive.
It'll last a long time.
It does last a long time because you only have to use it once a week.
Do they sell it on Amazon, or is it only at the thing?
No. I always just buy it through the website because you get free fun stuff with
that's
it.
That's awesome. We will link you.
And if you're going silver and you're paying for hair dye still, just
quit
try it.
Just stop it.
Just try. It is kind of scary at first. And they're even still, actually not anymore. I will say not anymore. But there were days for a long time where I was like, oh God, my hair is so silver. I feel so old. But I just really love it now.
Well, and speaking from a third party perspective, I can say every place we ever go, people come up to Sarah and they talk to her about her hair. And there's a ton of women who come up and they say that Sarah is going to inspire them to stop dyeing their hair. And then we see them later and it's the best thing they ever did.
Most of the time when I see them later, they've dyed their hair again.
That's true. But the ones who fight the fight and they get through the weirdnesses, they love it.
Yeah. And it's just so much easier and cheaper.
So much easier. Good one.
Anyway.
My number 4 is an article.
Okay.
And it was 100 tiny changes that will completely transform your life.
Oh.
And the thing I like about this article is it's not just written from one person's perspective. It was crowdsourced from all over the UK. And so normal people like doctors and people who worked in shops and everybody, stay-at-home moms and dads, everybody wrote in and they just said, here's some things that I found. And then they crowdsourced them. And it's simple stuff. Like one of them was leave your phone in another room when you go to sleep. Or one of them was take a walk outside no matter what for 10 minutes a day, no matter what. And there's 100 different.
50 below zero, it's hard to do that.
Well, but then there's 99 other ones that you can choose.
Yeah.
So there's 100 tiny changes that will transform your life in a very big way.
And it was called Tiny Changes?
Yeah, 100 tiny changes.
Oh, cute.
I know, that's what I thought too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's a ton of really good ones in there. And they're things that, because I think what hangs up a lot of people into trying to make new routines and stuff is that they feel like it has to be some big sweeping thing. Like I have to work out 6 days a week. And in reality, you can just make little bits and they still pay off. So.
Oh, good one.
Thanks.
All right.
Number 5.
My number 5 is 5 exercises to help build more empathy.
Ooh, that kind of goes in with your meditation.
Yeah, totally. And actually, even the first exercise is strengthening your empathy for yourself. So that's number 1, because you can't you can't help other people if you aren't feeling good about yourself.
No.
But the weird thing is that when you help other people, you feel better about yourself. So, anyway, it's just 5 simple exercises to help you build more empathy. And I also listened to an On Being that was kind of connected to this. Now I'm going to forget his name. Patrick O'Toole or something.
Okay.
What's his name? Anyway, I'll link the podcast with that because I think that his was really interesting. He grew up in Cork in a very Irish Catholic family, and he's gay.
Oh, man.
And so he talks about how the way to be happier is actually to disagree with people and not carry so much like anger or hatred for that. To carry more understanding because he grew up in this faith group, and all these people loved him dearly.
Yeah.
He was not out. He was closeted.
Oh, man.
The whole time. But he said that in a weird way that actually made him more empathetic for them. Like he understood because their reasons for some of their fears, or I don't know. It was a really good, and I just love listening to his accent too. So I'll put that in with my number 5.
Yeah. Empathy is the biggest. I think empathy that's another tiny change thing, is like the fastest way to change your life is to think less about yourself and more about other people, understanding that you're doing that for yourself too. Yeah. Because I think a lot of people are like, oh, I'm really good at thinking of others, but I'm really bad at thinking. Well, then you're not really good at it. You need to, like you said, you need to figure out empathy for yourself first. Yeah. Good one. My last one's fun.
Oh, good.
10 extraordinary treasures that archaeologists dug up this year all around the world. It's like, and so ever since I was little, I wanted to be Indiana Jones. And the fact that the archaeologists are still going around the planet and digging up actual treasure.
I know. How is this not your job?
I know. It's the most amazing thing. So there's a few that I wanted to acknowledge. And there's 10 of them, though. But they are so amazing. So the first one, they found an underwater sunken temple in Egypt that was completely overflowing with treasure. Like gold, coins, statues, everything. What? Sunken underwater. They had to dive to it. Okay. Another one in Kentucky, they found this thing called the Great Kentucky Hoard. In Kentucky, thousands of coins that Civil War soldiers buried before a battle in case they won, they could come back. And then they never came back for them.
And they found them this year?
They did LiDAR scans and stuff, and they found them this year. Cool. Another one at a Buddhist shrine in Pakistan, they found an entire stash of coins that were made out of copper, and they've been there so long that they fused into one ball. Whoa. And it weighs like 13 pounds of just copper coins. And then the last one you will love. It's called a lost rainbow cup. So they've only found 3 of these in the entire world ever. Okay. So they only know that 3 have been made. They were made by the Celts. So they're these little gold cups, coins, and they have a star on them with this arc, like 4 arcs around the star. Okay. So the legend is that these were drops of gold that fell to earth from rainbows at the end of rainbows. What? So like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, that's where it came from. That Celtic legend. So they're called rainbow cups, and they found one, and it still has the star with the rainbows around it. Oh my God, I want to see it. It's amazing. And then they found, there's so many good ones. They found like a landslide unearthed these necklaces that were made in 500 BC and were worn by like the upper class, solid gold necklaces in Spain. Oh my God. They're so cool. And the fact that they're just like still finding, it's so cool. And it makes my imagination just go nuts.
That would be such a fun job.
That would be except for that's why I took archaeology in college. And then right when I found out it is not at all like being Indiana Jones, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore because it's a lot of It's mostly trying to get money.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
once you do, then it's just, there's so many regulatory things and red tape and
Filling out paperwork.
yeah, you don't just get to like bop around the world and like
dig
dig
stuff
up
up
mummies.
and brush it off with
I
a
know.
brush.
Yeah. But that's all I
That's
got.
awesome. Okay, I just have one more. I had to do a recipe, obviously.
Yeah.
So my granola recipe,
Oh, man.
because if you're not making your own granola,
What are you even doing?
you should.
What
Because
are you even doing with your life?
it is so much cheaper. I feel like the older I get, that's one of the things that I'm like, I get more grumpy about is things that are so overpriced.
That's so true.
Granola is stupid.
It is.
Like a bag this
it's
big.
oats that got cooked.
Yeah. Is $8.
Yeah.
Like this big. And it's packed with sugar, which sugar's great, but
not if you
don't
have
need
to.
that
Yeah.
much. So, I'll just take a picture of this ridiculous recipe, but really all it is old-fashioned oats, nuts and seeds, cinnamon and nutmeg and whatever, cardamom, whatever spices you want to add. I always add more than this
Yeah.
says. Coconut oil, honey, and like a little, if you want dried fruit or dried coconut. It's
So for
delicious.
those of us that are allergic to coconut, what is a replacement for coconut oil if you cannot have coconut?
Melted butter
Oh, okay.
or
Which
canola
makes it
oil.
slightly less healthy, but whatever.
Or canola oil, or you could use olive oil probably. It would just taste maybe a little funny. I don't know. I
a little
haven't
vegetable.
done olive oil, but it would probably work.
Yeah.
But I used to make yours with melted butter,
Okay.
and it was still good.
Perfect.
But
Nola. You can
yes,
make it peanut.
Nola recipe.
You can make it peanut buttery too. You used to do that.
yeah, I did.
You don't do that anymore.
No, it's just too heavy, I think.
Yeah.
I think I like it this way. And oftentimes I will do less oats and more nuts and seeds because I just like that taste better, but it's just really easy.
It's so good that I had to have her stop making it because I was putting it on top of oatmeal. Like I would make hot oatmeal and then put granola on top of it. And then I was like, oh my God, I just ate 4 meals in one meal and I would feel sick. It's that good though.
It is good.
So that's it.
Yeah, that's all.
January, what did you say tomorrow was? 19th?
19th.
January 19th. We're almost through January.
That's weird.
That is weird. Hopefully the weather starts changing. It's feeling like it might because magpies are circling our house right now. And they
I
haven't
hope
been
so.
for weeks and weeks because it's been 50 below zero. It's still, I think it's still below zero right now. Hey Google, what's the feels like temperature outside?
Right now in Helena, it feels like -11.
It's still -11 Fahrenheit.
Gross.
But we're getting there. Gilly's ready for some warmth.
So we can take him on walks
So we
and
can-
he doesn't
yeah.
do this with his little paws.
We're gonna get him to suspend boots, some boot penders. But yeah, so have a cool week and
We
do
love you
something
all.
great. We love you all, and be ready because we're gonna do a drawing, which
Yes.
means one of you will be zooming in and zooming with us, and we'll be recording that. Or maybe can you record Google Hangouts? I think that's what we have to use.
I don't know.
I bet you can.
Probably.
We'll sort it out.
Yeah.
So be ready for that. And if you're not yet a part of the community and you want to be entered into the drawing, all you have to do is pay 14 cents a day. And I know that sounds like a lot, but it's not. Because you probably spend that
I mean, on granola.
On
so
granola.
Make
So
your own
whatever
granola
your savings-
and then
yeah.
you'll save it.
because it really does keep the lights on for us in this place. Like I can't do the signal fire without support because it takes up more time than a full-time job.
Definitely.
And so if you're not yet part of this little community, there's more. I mean, obviously you should just do it because it keeps the place going. But there is so much more waiting for you. And the community is the number one.
They're wonderful.
It's the best group of people ever.
And I'm really, really hoping we can start planning some meetups.
We're going to.
When we have weddings
Yep.
this summer, I'm hoping we can.
We'll just announce it.
Yeah.
Every place we go, we'll tell people.
Yep. Just on the signal fire, though.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's it. And we'll
Yeah.
and we can, if you're there, we can hang out.
That would be fun.
Have a good weekend. We love you, son. We'll see you later. Go do something sweet for someone else and meditate about them.
Oh.
See you later. Oh, I can't read.